And I have one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Now, it should be no surprise to anyone that I am the first face you see tonight. I am this company's most valuable asset. And at Money in the Bank, I will become even more valuable when I become the next Intercontinental Champion. Because it is on that night that the entire world will see what Seth Rollins will learn the hard way, and that's that WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for. Now, speaking of Seth Rollins, I think we all saw what I did to him last week. That's right, I smashed him with my guitar. I left him lying in a pile of dirt in pain. But think about how I felt. Okay, I had to smash one of my favorite guitars. But, like the great artist that I am, I'm going to use that pain. In fact, I did, and I turned it into a song, and I'm going to sing it right now. Everybody's gonna walk with me because the architect has lost his ground. The man is falling down, just like the Rockets when Golden State comes to town.
Well, the Kingslayer has heard enough. The Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins will defend the title against Elias in 2 weeks at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event is hell-bent on retribution from last week.
Yeah, but make no mistake about it, Seth Rollins is in pain right now. You can see it in the way the architect is walking. Still feeling the effects of the brutal attack from Elias' guitar. Rollins suffering some neck and shoulder injuries as a result.
And now Elias armed with a guitar begging Seth Rollins to jump into the ring.
You're not going to outsmart the architect like that, though.
Elias talking trash as Rollins takes his time.
Seth's taking great pride in being a fighting champion. Rollins could be looking for another fight. It might be ill-advised in this situation, though.
Oh,
the Kingslayer's got an equalizer.
Seth Rollins with some backup. And now what does Elias do? His move. Rollins remembers what the guitar felt like last week when Elias blasted him off the top of our announce desk.
We've got a standoff here in Houston. Which man will flinch first?
Rollins steel chair, Elias guitar. Oh! And there goes the guitar, and now Rollins has the advantage. And what a... Wait a minute! From behind!
Jinder
ambush
Mahal.
by Jinder Mahal. Mahal was in that match with Rollins last week when Elias attacked. Mahal attacked Rollins with a steel chair a couple of weeks ago. And now the 2-on-1 assault.
Hold on a minute.
Here comes the big dog, Roman Reigns, who's felt the fury of Jinder Mahal as well.
Certainly no love lost between the big dog and Jinder Mahal, or Elias for that matter.
And now Reigns throwing right hands, taking out everybody in his path, including Mahal's buddy Sunil Singh.
The big dog coming to the aid of his former Shield brother, Seth Rollins.
Roman Reigns standing tall. And our general manager, Kurt Angle.
Hold on a second. Elias, you and Jinder Mahal aren't going anywhere tonight. Because we're going to have ourselves a tag team match right here in Houston, Texas. And it starts right now.
No time like the present.
What a major tag match. Mahal and Elias against Rollins and Reigns live next on Raw. Graves coaches on assignment from our pay-per-view kickoff shows. David Otunga joining us tonight.
Well, thanks for having me back, guys. And what a way to start off Raw with this tag team match. A little Shield reunion going up against Elias and Jinder Mahal.
And it's going to be Elias starting things off against the big dog Roman Reigns, although now it looks like the architect Seth Rollins wants to start things off, and he will try his fare with the former WWE champion Jinder Mahal. And now Roman in, and it's going to be Elias.
Of course, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, the Shield, along with Dean Ambrose, has been out of action for some time with injury. One of the most dominant
look at
groups.
Rollins wasting little time going after Mahal and Elias, and up in the game plan. So you had 2/3 of the Shield, and Rollins launching himself on Mahal. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, it's Reigns and Elias doing battle.
Rollins has been on a tear in recent months like we've maybe never seen before in his career, saying he's running on all heart every night. He's going to need some heart and some adrenaline tonight to survive this one.
Well, both Reigns and Rollins are the score to settle with Jinder Mahal, who attacked them both with a steel chair a couple of weeks ago. Rollins, who defends his Intercontinental title in 2 weeks at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event on the WWE Network against Elias. Roman Reigns, meanwhile, goes one-on-one with Jinder Mahal at Money in the Bank, and here comes Reigns.
Here's the big dog.
Double team now by Rollins and Reigns, and Rollins forearm to the jaw, and a big elbow followed up by Roman. And David, you and I were talking a bit earlier on today about Reigns' claim that he is the uncrowned Universal Champion.
Well, I mean, he makes a great argument. I mean, technically, he did beat Brock Lesnar. His feet touched first. However, we do know Brock is still the Universal Champion.
Cover by Rollins, kick out by Mahal. Of course, David referring to the matchup back at the inside the steel cage at the Greatest Royal Rumble in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, back in April.
I mean, I don't think people give Roman enough credit. I mean, there's nobody else who's pushed Brock to his limit like Reigns has, and night in, night out.
Well, the referee's decision in that match is final.
It is, technically, but still. He proved himself.
Oh, and now it's Rollins hung up on the top rope as Elias looks to win his first singles championship in WWE. Cover, kick out at 2 as he battles Rollins for the Intercontinental title.
Instead of concentrating on the potentially uncrowned champion, let's talk about the reigning Intercontinental champion, Seth Rollins, who has defended his championship proudly night after night in 7 different countries in recent months.
Yeah, as we've said week after week, perhaps the hottest superstar in WWE today, Seth Rollins, but take nothing away from Elias, who is star is rising here in WWE.
Elias has a huge opportunity. become Money in the Bank. However, he is facing the highest performing Seth Rollins yet.
Right, but it would definitely be a great accomplishment for Elias to be the man that dethrones Seth Rollins, especially in the middle of Rollins' tear he's on right now.
I'm sorry, Corey.
It would absolutely propel Elias to the next tier here in WWE.
When I asked Elias earlier why he attacked Seth Rollins with his guitar last week, he said, quote, a performer hates to be interrupted. He was upset with the fact that Seth Rollins interrupted his planned concert last week.
Yeah, he felt disrespected. He interrupted him again tonight. That being said, I mean, this song wasn't as hard as Pusha T's, so I welcomed it.
Look at Rollins, chin locking. Elias in control of Rollins with the chin lock. Rollins, #fighting champion has become his mantra.
And Rollins proved just how tough he was last week. After Elias smashed him with the guitar, Rollins still was able to get up off the stretch and wanted to walk back.
Yeah, Rollins telling Elias, expect your receipt tonight in stereo. Took to Twitter to offer that piece of advice. Look at Elias as Rollins makes it back to his feet. Elias wrestles him right back down to the mat. Corey, you've got to be impressed with Elias.
One thing I absolutely respect about Elias, while he won't win any matches with style points, he's not necessarily known for his technique inside the ring. It's pure, unbridled aggression.
Elias is a thick dude, too. I got to give him that. You know, just seeing his delts and stuff, seeing the guy walk around, he spends a lot of time in the weight room. Powerful dude.
Seth Rollins claims that broken guitars don't get the last word. Said he will make Elias pay tonight. So far, it's been Elias who's been in control. And Rollins trying to make a tag to Roman Reigns, and Elias not allowing that to happen. Telegraph that one. Seth Rollins.
The neck injury.
Yep. Again, caused by the guitar last week, and Elias taking full advantage. Oh!
Rollins out of the way just in the nick of time, but Seth's still a long way from the big dog. Here comes Jinder.
Reigns and Jinder Mahal with a whip into the corner of Rollins, and Rollins looking to fight out and somehow make a tag to Roman Reigns. Jinder Mahal sent over the top rope. Can Seth get to the big dog? And Reigns.
Here comes Roman, who faces Mahal in 2 weeks in Money in the Bank in Chicago.
Down goes Mahal, facing the full fury of Roman Reigns.
I think Jinder Mahal might be experiencing a preview of what's to come at Money in the Bank.
And the former WWE champion on rubber legs, however, catches Reigns in the face, but then a boot from Reigns himself. Tag. Here's Elias.
Reigns is still reeling momentarily, but recovered just in time to put a boot to the jaw of Elias.
Reigns is feeling it too.
Roman Reigns in position, locked and loaded.
Here we go.
Oh, Jinder caught that right hand, and that allowed Elias to scoot out of harm's way. And now Roman Reigns taking his time outside the ring.
Sunil Singh saving Mahal and allowing Elias to attack Reigns, and just like that, Mahal and Elias in control as Raw continues.
Rollins, and this is how they took over, Corey.
Roman Reigns looking for a drive-by. Sunil Singh would pull Jinder out of the way, and bang! Elias connects with a knee to the face of the big dog. Reigns has been in great jeopardy ever since.
And Sunil Singh, David, saving Jinder Mahal and allowed his team to take control here.
Yeah, he really does. And they have great teamwork over there, Elias and Jinder, which surprises me. But one thing, Jinder always brings backup with him in the form of Sunil Singh.
I think it's really unfair that people give Sunil such a hard time. Since Sunil Singh's been around, everything comes up Mahal.
Cover leg. Almost had him in Mahal. Almost had Reigns pinned there.
You got to be kidding me, though, Corey. You didn't see Sunil just get involved there? Come on, man.
I didn't say I didn't see it. I said I don't understand why people criticize it.
Oh, you're giving him a pass.
And now the aggressive Jinder Mahal wearing down Roman Reigns. These two meet in 2 weeks at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event on the WWE Network.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Jinder had a great 2017. Rededicated himself physically, mentally. I don't think he needs any help.
Mahal became a WWE champion last year and wants to become a champion here on Monday Night Raw since coming over in the Superstar Shakeup back in April.
I know this was an impromptu matchup, but this could pay off big-time dividends for Mahal. An opportunity to inflict punishment on Roman Reigns before we even get to Money in the Bank.
And also for Elias as it comes to Seth Rollins, Corey, because Elias has an Intercontinental Championship match.
Rollins already banged up as a result of the attack last week.
Cover. Isn't enough to put Reigns away. Kick out at 2 by Roman Reigns.
A vicious guitar shot from Elias across the neck and spine of Seth Rollins inflicted a great deal of damage, and you're right. Elias would love to soften Seth up before Chicago.
It's great strategy, and you can see her.
Cheap shot.
Elias was going right for Rollins. Rollins' neck earlier.
Yeah, but as he turned his attention, it allowed Roman Reigns to build a little bit of momentum. Reversal. Elbow drops Reigns again. Elias cover. Inside leg hook this time. And the big dog powers out. Near fall for Elias. Frequent tags by Elias and Jinder working very well, as David mentioned earlier, as a team here.
Yeah, they're doing a great job just wearing Reigns down, just keeping him right in the middle of the ring.
Common enemies.
To be honest with you, to this point, I'm a little surprised to see how much Jinder and Elias have outclassed former members of the Shield. I expect Rollins and Reigns to be on the same page at all times, and thus far it hasn't been the case.
Outclassed them, Corey? Oh, yeah, that was real classy when Sunil Singh got involved, right? Real classy.
Whatever works. Seth Rollins realizes Roman's in trouble, dying to get back into this matchup. And Reigns trying to fight back against a very aggressive Jinder Mahal tonight. Roman drop creates separation, and now can Roman make it to his partner?
Jinder still considerably closer to his own corner, and Elias.
This is the opening Reigns has been waiting for.
But Roman's got to feel like he's a mile away from Rollins.
Tag to Elias. Tag to Rollins, and here comes the Architect. Face press, and Rollins unloading with the right hands.
Swing blade.
Elias taken down again by Rollins, right-handed Jinder Mahal. Second rope, Rollins setting up Elias for the blockbuster. Floats into the cover. Isn't enough to win this matchup. Near fall for the Intercontinental Champion.
As I got to be honest with you, I've watched Seth Rollins for years, and the Kingslayer is half a step slower than usual tonight. It's got to be a nagging neck injury.
Again, the attack with the guitar last week by Elias that drove Seth Rollins off our announce table to the floor. Rollins did leave under his own power, but he was clearly hurt.
He's definitely holding his neck right now, but it goes to show his toughness. He's still here tonight.
Rollins lands on the apron. Top rope, springboard, rolls through. Elias
looking for a knee.
Sidestep by Rollins, kick to the midsection. Sets up Elias with a Falcon Arrow. Isn't enough to put him away. Rollins and Jinder Mahal saving the matchup.
Another example of fantastic teamwork from the modern-day Maharaja coming to the aid of Elias.
And looking for the Colossus. Meanwhile, it's Roman Reigns with a Superman punch.
Reigns now measuring Elias.
Drive-by.
That'll change your tune.
Rollins kick to the jaw. And now Seth Rollins may have Elias in position for his finishing maneuver known as the Stomp.
The WWE Universe trying to will Rollins forward.
And again, Sunil Singh.
Bless your heart, you brave man.
Doesn't want to be there.
And
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder simply returning the favor.
Yeah, Roman Reigns with Sunil Singh and Jinder Mahal attacking Reigns. And the fight continues as Reigns is set into the WWE Universe. Look out from behind Elias, legal man. He's got the champion down, and Seth Rollins in 2. Step up Enziguri.
Right on the ear of Elias.
Suicide dive.
Oh, but Rollins crashed. Rollins crashed head and neck first right into the barricade, as you can see.
Yeah, David, to your point, Rollins falling on the already injured neck. And now Singh with a steel chair.
Yeah, what's your classy friend doing over here?
The best he can, David. The best he can.
And Singh's going to think twice about this. And Elias, DDT on the chair. Elias taking advantage.
Rollins' neck could be destroyed. Can Elias make a cover?
Elias taking advantage of the distraction by Singh. And now he looks to put away the Intercontinental Champion.
I think Rollins is out.
Seth hasn't moved. And now Elias looking for the exclamation point.
And looking to inflict more damage on Rollins.
This is unnecessary.
Drift away. Elias cover. Folks, Elias just pinned the Intercontinental Champion.
Here are your winners, Jinder Mahal and Elias.
I understand Rollins was less than 100% coming into this match tonight, but what a psychological advantage for Elias as we head toward Money in the Bank, where he could become Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, Sunil Singh got involved once again. It would draw the wrath of not only Roman Reigns, but Seth Rollins as well.
With Jinder Mahal coming to the aid of his friend Sunil, and then boom! Launching the big dog into the steel ring stairs. Sunil with another momentary distraction. Boom! That would lead to the beginning of the end. Take a look at the impact.
To the already injured neck of Seth Rollins, and then Elias would capitalize with the drift away, that spinning neck breaker. And Elias pins the Intercontinental Champion as he builds momentum toward Money in the Bank in his match with Rollins. Jinder Mahal builds momentum.
Earlier today on Twitter, I made a pretty bold prediction. I made a pretty bold promise, too. You see, I'm sitting at 199 losses. In a row. But there won't be a 200. Because tonight, when I'm victorious, everybody in the arena will get a free taco. But how about my opponent, huh? Come over here, pal. Let's get to know you. What is your name?
My name is James Harden.
How is that even possible? What a coincidence, huh? James, where do you happen to be from?
Right here in Houston, Texas. There we go.
Wow, well that had to be a nice little commute, huh? Well, James, I want to thank you for coming out here tonight because you're going to be a part of history.
Well, at least James Harden has a beard.
I mean, that's basically the only similarity, unless this guy is going to...
So, nonetheless, tacos to everybody in the arena. If Kurt Hawkins can end his 199-loss losing streak here tonight against James Harden, a Houston product.
Are we included in the taco recipients?
I hope so. This will be the one time I'm for Kurt Hawkins.
Lucky for me, I've always got Diablo sauce on my person somewhere.
With a right hand, and David, no disrespect, but I sort of wish Booker T was here tonight because I'd like to get his take on James Harden since Booker's into the Houston wrestling scene.
Well, you know.
And Hawkins in firm control of Mr. Harden here.
Wow.
Oh, what a
Okay.
How do you lose 199 straight matches?
Ask Otunga. I think he's done it.
Oh, come on.
The former champion. Oh, and nobody home. James Harden, a little sidestep with Kurt Hawkins, and now unloading.
Come on, Hawkins. Come on, I want tacos.
Hawkins turned him inside out. And Kurt Hawkins about to celebrate, and it's about to be tacos for everybody.
Oh, with the Mets collapsing recently, Hawkins wants Queens to have something to be proud of.
Wait a minute. There is the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin.
And when Corbin is smiling like that, nothing good ever comes of it. You gotta wonder what he's up to tonight.
I take it he's not here for tacos.
What is Corbin doing? Oh, Mr. Harden, look out! End of days! Oh, no.
You guys realize what just happened?
Yeah. Kurt lost again.
Due to outside interference, the winner of this match via disqualification is James Harden.
So Hawkins' losing streak is now at 200 straight, thanks to Baron Corbin.
This was the one time he almost had it.
And Hawkins is upset.
Corbin just hit him with a taco.
And again, the grin is back on the face of the Lone Wolf as he embarrasses Kurt Hawkins here tonight.
Hurry up, Rotunda, 5-second rule. No tacos for anyone. Thanks to Baron Corbin.
You know Corbin better than anybody.
Yes, I do.
Try to explain that.
Listen, Corbin doesn't care about anyone having fun or being happy except for Baron Corbin. That's what that was all about.
Kurt Hawkins loses again, thanks to the Lone Wolf.
Well, there you see Natalya warming up just moments away from her first ever collision on Monday Night Raw with, wait a minute, Rowdy Raw.
What was that all about?
That? I'll explain that later. There's something else I want to say to you. I see what's going on around here. Week in, week out, I continue to get overshadowed and not given any opportunities. So I took it upon myself and I went to WWE headquarters and I spoke directly to Stephanie McMahon. And she wants me to give you this message. Due to several questionable judgments made recently on Raw by General Manager Kurt Angle, I'm going to establish a new checks and balances system. Therefore, I hereby appoint Baron Corbin as the new constable of Monday Night Raw.
Constable?
Consider him my personal representative to assist you in your overall duties. Sincerely, Stephanie McMahon.
Stephanie always does what's best for business. Baron Corbin, the constable of Raw. I love it.
Ronda Rousey is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
And we understand she's going to be joining us on commentary tonight for her friend Natalya's match with the Raw Women's Champion Nia Jax, who Ronda faces for the title in 2 weeks at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event. Hello, Ronda. Ronda, welcome once again.
That never gets old.
Oh, doesn't it?
Oh.
Welcome again to the announce booth. I know you're getting excited for this matchup with Natalya and the Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax.
Yeah.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from San Diego, California, weighing 272 pounds. She is the Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax.
It is is the biggest match in the history of the Raw Women's Championship, and it takes place in 2 weeks in Chicago. The Money in the Bank pay-per-view event on the WWE Network when Nia Jax takes on our guest here tonight, Ronda Rousey. And Ronda, I want to congratulate you because in the history of WWE, there's only been a handful of people who have had their first televised singles match be for the championship.
Yeah, you know, there's a list of firsts that I've had already up to this point, but since I'm not the first, this is already tread ground.
So again, it's you and Nia in Chicago. What a challenge that's going to be. We're going to talk about that throughout the match tonight.
Her opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
Ronda, we saw you backstage a few moments ago talking with your friend Natalya. Was there any particular advice you gave her before this match, even though you've never stepped in the ring with someone the size of Nia Jax?
Yeah, it's just a few little things like, you know, posture and stance that everybody needs correcting. I still do.
And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from Houston, Texas, this is Monday Night Raw. And Monday Night Raw is presented by Schick HydroSense. Customize your shave. So for the first time ever, Natalya goes one-on-one with Nia Jax here tonight on the WWE YouTube channel a little bit earlier today. Natalya said that this could be her toughest challenge to date. That she understands what she's in for, as she says, you're very well aware as well, Ronda, in 2 weeks at Money in the Bank. And now Nia and Natalya squaring off, and there's the collar and elbow tie-up and the power of Nia Jax.
Hey, Ronda, now you said there may be some more women who are more deserving in this opportunity than yourself. Does that put any added pressure on you, you think?
Yeah, but pressure is something that I'm used to. It brings out the best in me. Pressure is what builds up behind a bullet in the chamber of a gun.
Oh, and look at this now. Natalya with her side headlock looking to take down the more powerful Nia Jax, but great blocks here by the Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax. And there's the power of Nia. And a standoff went for the clothesline. Startled Nia momentarily.
So, Ronda, is there anything specific that you're looking for tonight when you're scouting Nia?
I look for personality a lot when I watch matches. You know, like, people won't always do the same thing, but they'll always be themselves.
Oh, drop kick from Natalya. Ronda, I was talking to Nia earlier today, and she said, while there's not exactly a lot of footage of you inside a WWE ring, she's been watching and you've been progressing. But Nia said she challenged you to this matchup because you are, quote, ripe for the picking. She wants to take you out now and make her name at your expense while she still can.
Well, right for the picking is something only my husband calls me.
We'll get to that in one moment as this matchup continues live on Raw. The Money in the Bank pay-per-view event looking on here at our announce booth.
And Ronda, I had mentioned to you earlier Nia's comments about how you're, quote, ripe for the picking. She wants to make her name at your expense before you improve too greatly within a WWE ring. What are your thoughts on that?
I think only my husband can call me ripe for the picking.
And meanwhile, Natalya looking to try to somehow fight back into this match, created some separation with the irresistible force, Nia Jax. And Natalya, can she get Nia off her feet?
This is just an insane move by Natalya. There's no way.
Almost had her up that time, and Nia with a headbutt drives Natalya to the mat.
Ronda, how do you prepare yourself for something unfamiliar to you? In MMA, headbutts like that are illegal.
Well, I don't know. I just have to, I just have to be ready, you know. I can't really get headbutt all day to get used to it.
And Natalya fighting back as well against Nia Jax. Look at Natalya.
Natalya trying to get creative.
And that stunned Nia. But can Natalya fight back into this matchup? I think to Corey's point, Ronda, you've never battled anyone in your career the size of Nia Jax with the power that she has.
That's definitely true, but I come from judo, and the principle is maximum efficiency, minimum effort. It's using your opponent's strength and momentum against them, and she gives me a lot to use against her.
To your point about judo, we saw Natalya attempt a judo throw, a hip toss earlier in the match to absolutely no success against Nia Jax. What's going to make anything different when you do it?
2 Olympics, man.
And here comes Natalya fighting back again to Nia. And there's the fight of Natalya. And look at her go. Blow right to the back of the neck, and the women's champion in a bit of trouble here. Again, Nia using the power game to her advantage. Look out. But there's the quickness of Natalya. I'm sure you'll use your speed in the match against her, Ronda.
One of many things I'll use against her, of course.
And Nia's down! Nia's down! Natalya looking for a huge upset here! And Nia powers stars out at 2.
Almost, Natty.
Natalya with that clothesline took the champ off her feet.
Yeah, but what else does Natalya have left in her arsenal? How much gas does she have left in the tank? Nia Jax once again beginning to stir.
You guys, come on!
And now Natalya trying to get fired up here. They try to take out the women's champion. Nia up over the top and... Oh, wait a minute.
I think Natalya landed a little awkwardly.
Yeah, I think she tweaked her
Nia's
knee.
back up.
And Nia praying on the injured victim with the Samoa drop.
Of course she is.
Cover on Natalya. And Nia Jax with the victory.
Rhonda, can you honestly say that you're prepared for that?
The Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax.
I'm ready for anything. I just hope Natty's all right.
Well, Rhonda better be ready because she's got Nia Jax in 2 weeks in Chicago at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event on the WWE Network. But Natalya... Well, Nia looks a bit concerned over the state of Natalya, and now Ronda Rousey heading down to the ring.
Obviously, no. Unfortunate situation, and that friendship between Ronda Rousey and Natalya is no secret, and Ronda's clearly concerned for her friend's well-being.
Natty, okay? Natty, are you right? I just want to see if she's right. I literally just want to check and see if she's all right.
Just go.
Hey, relax. We're gonna help. We're gonna help you. Come on, let's get your help. Come with me, Natty. Come on. Slow. Don't put weight on, right? Come down on your other leg. Come down on your other leg.
Obviously, the concern here is for the health and well-being of Natalya. I mean, Nia looked genuinely concerned about the knee injury suffered by Natalya here tonight.
A competitor like Nia Jax understands, how important your physical well-being is to succeeding here in WWE. And Natalya's been a mentor to so many of the female superstars throughout WWE. You never like to see this. Obviously, Ronda Rousey a little bothered to see her friend in such agony.
And Nia seems to be bothered as well, but remember, in a couple of weeks in Chicago, Ronda and Nia will have no time for compassion when they battle for the Raw Women's Championship at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event. As we take another look at where Natalya, was it either on the landing or off the rope?
Ooh, yeah, there it was, though. You see, just completely twisted her knee.
Well, I can tell you one thing. When we arrive in Chicago, Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey, there will be no room for compassion because the richest prize in Raw's women's division is at stake, the Raw Women's Championship.
And we'll get an update on Natalya later on tonight if we can, as she heads back for a treatment in our trainer's room. Again, Ronda and Nia, biggest matchup in Raw Women's Championship history at Money in the Bank.
And I'm absolutely certain Nia Jax meant no ill will. That was just the spirit of competition. Things got out of hand, and Natalya was unfortunate.
Well, from where I stand, there is someone who meant ill will last